What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. And what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about why it's a very bad idea for you to date someone that left their ex in order to be with you in a relationship. Okay. Now, you can keep watching this video if you're a woman or if you're a man. It honestly goes both ways. I'm not going to lie because it is always a bad idea to date someone that left their ex in order to be with you, meaning they were with you, everything was sunshine and rainbows, everything was good, and then they met this one person, or actually, sorry, they were with their ex and everything was good. And then they met you, whether it's at work, whether it's at whatever, and then they had a crush on you or whatever. And then they started dating you or showing interest that they want to date you. And then you agree to it, because you might find them attractive or you might connect to them in a certain way. So obviously, most people are going to probably proceed and start dating that person that left their ex in order to be with them. And what I want to tell you, man, is I want to tell you why this is a very, very bad idea. And you should never, under any circumstances, ever do this in your life. I would rather you be single and lonely than do this, man, because let me tell you this horror story that once happened to me back in 2019, 2020, something like that. It was in the beginning stages of the pandemic, basically. So I was dating. I mean, I was single, and I there was this woman with her boyfriend and whatever, and she was working with me at the time, in personal training, right? And she had a boyfriend. He was working out at the same gym, often, and he would see me train her, oftentimes. And over time, she ended up having a crush on me, and then she kind of like showed me interest and whatever. And then I was stupid enough to, be like, all right, like I wasn't aware of these social nuances and whatever. So I was like, all right, screw it, man. Let me just see what she's like, and let me probably start dating her. She seems chill, and so we started dating for a while and whatever. And then next thing you know, I wasn't really aware in the past about relationships and how to hold a relationship and keep it together in a healthy way. So what ended up happening is, everything was good, between me and her for a while, and then whatever. And then moral of the story is this, man. If a woman left her ex to be with you, more than likely she's probably gonna leave you to be with the next guy, right? So it is a terrible idea if she leaves him because she met you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about if a woman had an ex. 'Cause everybody has an ex. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a woman has an ex and then she's single for like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year, and then somehow she met you and then you guys start dating, that's a different story. That's perfectly fine and it's normal. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if she left him like within the same week, the same month she started dating you and she left him because she wants to date you, then that is when it's very bad. Because, see, if this happens to you, if she left him to be with you, what do you think is going to happen to you? More than likely, it's going to be the same thing. She's going to leave you for the next person. Okay, and it goes both ways. If you're a woman and you found a guy that left his girlfriend to be with you, then you're not winning. It's not really a thing to be proud of. Because if he left her to be with you as a woman, then he's probably going to leave you to be with the next woman that comes along, right? So that kind of shows you that this person is, immature and is like really doesn't know themselves to an extent where he's okay with, you know, I don't know how to explain this. I'm not a psychologist or anything like that, but I just know that it's very bad that a person can be messed up in so many ways, whether it's emotionally or trauma or whatever, that causes them to keep jumping from one person to the next in a very, very short span of time. Like, he leaves this person to be with this person, leaves this person to be with this person immediately. You just keep jumping from one person to the next. Then that is very bad. And I don't want you guys to be in any kind of situation like this, because I want you guys to respect yourself and love yourself more than that, to where you are aware of these things, and you only take people seriously that are healed, that are okay, and that want to be with you genuinely. Okay, because people that jump from one relationship to the next and they leave their exes to be with you and then leave you to be the next person, I can tell you one thing about them, man. They could be very superficial. So oftentimes they'll be with a person for superficial reasons. Okay, whether it's looks, whatever, status, or the kind of car they drive or whatever, and oftentimes that's probably the reason why. Okay, and so I don't want you to be in a situation like this, man. I would rather you stay single and know yourself and learn who you are and accept yourself, and just do things that you love to do. And eventually the right person is just going to come your way without you having to necessarily put in so much effort. Because I believe in, if it's the right thing, if it's the person that's meant to be in your life, it's going to be like effortless, and it's going to come naturally, and it's just gonna feel easy. It's gonna feel meant to be. You guys are both gonna feel the same way, and that is something beautiful. I don't want you to be distracted with people that don't necessarily like you that much and that left their exes to be with you, and be distracted from potentially meeting the person that is meant for you, is what I'm saying. So, never, excuse me, never under any circumstances accept a serious relationship or start dating someone seriously that had just left their ex to be with you within that same week, within that same month. Never under any circumstances do that. Okay, because that person is oftentimes damaged and they are traumatized and they don't really know themselves, they don't know their identity. Okay, so never do this. I don't care if you're a man or a woman watching this, this goes both ways. Okay, never do this, man. It's a very bad thing. You might think it's good. Like, you might sit there and think, oh, I'm the man. Look at her. She just left her boyfriend to be with me. Wow, I'm the shish. I'm the man. She just left him to be with me. Wow, look at me. That means I'm better than him. That's what you might think logically. And on paper, it sounds good. I'm not going to lie. On paper, it sounds like you are the man. But in reality, the same thing what she did to you is exactly what she's going to do to the next guy when she meets the next guy. She's going to leave you to be with the next guy, is what you don't realize.